Good morning, everyone. It is 5:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready to head to work. I just walked over here to take a look at the pond and get some fresh air. I just like to walk around my property once in a while, check things out. I love early mornings, so I decided to come over here and check this out and bring you along. Today is going to be a very hot and humid day. We also have wildfire smoke from Canada blowing in today, they said. So those of you with asthma and stuff, if you're in the western New York area later this afternoon, please take care, stay inside if need be. Breathing might be a little difficult. So I'm getting ready to head to work, like I said. When I get home tonight, we're going to do a little bit more brush hogging around the pond. I got a good amount of it done the other night. It was so hot yesterday, I didn't do anything when I got home. Actually, I had to run my son to get his cast put on his ankle that he broke. So he'll have that on for 4 more weeks, and then after that comes off, he gets a walking boot on for however much time until they deem it's healed enough to take it off. And I'm enjoying that breeze. I know you can't feel it there, but boy, does that feel beautiful. It's 78 degrees already at 5:30 this morning. A little warmer than I like it. For the morning time, it's perfect, but I know what the day is going to bring. It's going to be close to 90 again, hot, humid, hazy. But we'll take it. It's better than shoveling snow. I'm not complaining. I just really don't like the humid weather that much. Ranks right up there with snow to me. But we'll get some things done today after I get home from work. And just look at that beautiful sky over there. Morning sky coming up. Isn't that gorgeous? Pond behind me. Don't mind the algae on top. That's another project I got to get done here this week, is I got to spray that with some copper sulfate. That'll kill that algae. It does not harm the fish. So we'll get that taken care of too. Alrighty, time to head to work. We'll talk to you a little later. It's noon, I'm home from work. It's pushing about 85 degrees. I'm gonna go out and see about getting a little more brush hogging done, see how much I can do before I get too hot. And yeah, let's go cook a little. Let's stop in here and check on the beehive quick before we fire up the tractor. Yeah, looks like these guys are hard at work today. That's good to see. Wow, they're buzzing around and moving. Hopefully Friday we'll pop the top and see how they're doing on the second part of this. And check them for beetles and stuff, make sure everything's looking good in the hive. It appears that from the way the activity is, everything's going good, but we'll make sure. Alright, let's go over and get the tractor fired up and get going on this. Not sure how long I'll do this. I might only do it for a little bit, quit, and finish up this evening. I got a little bit of junk on that radiator screen. Let's get it brushed off here. You always want to keep that clean, especially on a hot day like today. We'll check the oil quick. First, checking, make sure there's nothing loose or moving around on here anywhere. Let's go over and check the oil. It's the only drawback with this loader on here. Got to fire it up to get it out of your way. And then if you fire it up, then you're going to let it settle again to check the oil. Oh yeah, looks good, it's full. It's about due for an oil change too, but let's get through this brush hogging part. Then I'll give it a full service, change the oil. Alright, let's fire it up. I'll blow the radiator out good with the leaf blower this evening after I'm done. Unless it overheats before then we'll have to shut her down and clean it out really good. Which I don't think it will. I've never had an overheating problem with this tractor yet. One thing for sure I can tell you, black seats when they sit out in the sun get awful darn warm. Well, let me tell you, it is warm out here. I think that is it until later this evening. I spent about an hour out here. I am drenched in sweat. It is hot. So I'm gonna go do some stuff undercover, maybe in the shed on the patio or something like that, and leave this till later. I think it's about lunchtime anyways. Let's take a quick look at around the pond here that I already got mowed. So this terrain is pretty darn rough. It's not really mowable with a lawnmower. I want to get that taken care of maybe this year, hopefully. I cut down all this grass and brush. It was about, I'd say 3 feet tall when I started. I can only get so close to the edge of the bank. That'll have to be handwork. Over there, that stays that way because there's cattails and it's just swampy on that end of the pond. This week I need to get out here and spray this algae on top with copper sulfate and get that taken care of. Or a nice big rainstorm usually takes care of this for me too. If we get a good downpour, raises the level, shoots it all out the overflow. But when we first acquired this property, you couldn't walk over here. There was so many trees and brush that was 8-10 foot tall. I spent probably a month clearing this off around here, getting all the trees, the old fence lines and everything else out of here so the pond was usable. The grandkids, the neighbor kids, everybody comes up and fishes in this pond. In here is a bunch of bass and bluegill and crappie, and that's about it. Haven't found anything else in there yet, but they have a blast. They're free to use it whenever they want. I've got a couple with 2 little boys that have the property next door that live in Buffalo. They come out to camp. Their kids just love to come over here and fish. So I want to keep this pond in decent shape. I need to get an aerator for this someday, and that would help a lot of this algae issue. But until then, I guess I'll just have to manually spray it and get rid of it that way. But yeah, we got quite a bit mowed. All that field out there's a bunch out there I got to mow yet. I've done part of it last year. I'll do the other part this year. Turn this back into a hay field, but I like to keep it mowed at least once a year in order to keep all the red brush and stuff like that down. I don't want that getting grown up. Someday we'll reseed this and put it back to hay. and I'll use that when I start getting my cattle in. But till then, let's go back to the house and relax and get out of this heat for a little bit. Well, this isn't work in the garage. I'm not working in the shed, and I'm not on the patio. I needed to cool down. It was just too warm out here. So I thought I'd jump in the pool for a minute and relax. I think this video is about over for today. I just want to thank everybody for coming along. Hope you have a great weekend. It's supposed to cool down a little for us in this area next week. It'll be a godsend. I'm waiting for the 70s instead of the 90s. So enjoy your weekend. God bless.